Hello folks, my name's Jack. Welcome to Peach Guitars Around the Showroom. It's another edition, and as is the spirit with these videos, I want to mix it up a little bit each time, so it's not just me wandering aimlessly around this magnificent store picking anything I see. I want to kind of keep it a little more specific, so I got to thinking today that it might be interesting to focus on a certain type of guitar finish, and specifically a burst finish, because that's a term we hear a lot, often attributed to Gibsons and Fenders specifically, but it actually applies to a whole wealth of different brands and designs. Basically, I'm looking for guitars that have kind of a cool finish where it blends from one color into another. That's kind of brief of what we're going to look for today. I'm going to pick out 5 guitars that catch the eye. We're going to take them into the studio, we're going to record them so you can hear them as well as see them. And then all of the info on each of those guitars will be listed down in the description below, so if you want to find out more, head to our website, get the full range of images, get the weight, get all the information that you need on each of those guitars. That's the way to do it. But for now, we're going to go hunting for some bursts. So, I'm upstairs in the kind of custom lounge, you could call it. There's all manner of different brands, and already I see a bunch of guitars that fit the bill. So, let's start over here, Paul Reed Smith. So there's a whole wealth of different, very intense, beautiful, flamey finishes. Is there something though that's going to fit that bill of being a burst, kind of merging from one colour to another? Yeah, I think this kind of thing will do. So you can see what I'm talking about. This is a Modern Eagle 5 Cobalt Smokeburst. It's got burst in the name, so therefore it applies. Really nice progression from the black around the edges to the blue in the middle. There's our first pick, nice and easy. Let's head. There's some really nice powers, but we have covered those in recent times, so I'm going to look for something different. Can't go wrong with Fender. Let's take a look. Now I know I'm going to pick some slightly more avant-garde things a little bit later, so it might be best to play it safe and pick a nice classic Sunburst Strat. Specifically, Masterbuilt. I haven't had my hands on a Masterbuilt Fender for some time. This one caught my eye immediately. I'm a big fan of like a very rich, in this case it's a chocolate 3-tone Sunburst, so you can see it's got this nice fading around the edge. A lot of Sunbursts tend to go completely black at the edges, but this has got a very nice faded warm brown on it. That's Levi Perry Masterbuilt 62 Strat. Can you do better than a Sunburst Stratocaster? I think probably not. That's another pick right there. Let's head back out, find something a bit more contemporary, maybe something a little bit different. I'm seeing a lot from Suhr, so you can kind of see an example of what I was talking about, where something a little bit more contemporary, something like this, for example, this modern, really nice progression in the burst there. I did see, as I just walked by, this custom standard. So these guitars we don't see too often actually, like completely custom spec'd Suhrs. A lot of them are more catalogue models that maybe have specific finishes that we've chosen, but this is a true Suhr custom from top to bottom, and that's a really nice black burst. I love those covered humbuckers. There's another pick. Why not? Easy. This is easy, I think. So this is currently where Tyler guitars, Novo guitars, Tom Andersons dwell, and I know there's going to be some nice bursts in here. The Anderson stuff is gorgeous, but I'm not really seeing any. There are a couple of bursts, but they're a little more safe. What can we find that's a bit different, maybe? Something from Novo. Sorry you're having to look at the back of me. Here's a pretty nice one. It's locked up, and I don't know if you can see that, guys. Can you get in that corner there? We'll have to pull it out, won't we? Quick cut. Now what I've done is I've chosen the most inaccessible guitar in the room, but I think it was for good reason, because that's a pretty cool burst. So even though it's the kind of contemporary, not contemporary, the kind of typical burst finish that we know and love from other brands, I like that Novo have taken a little bit of a different direction with this quite unique looking Relic, and I love this pickup combination as well of a P90 and a Tele style single coil in the bridge, so I think that'll be a pretty nice pick. Alright, so there's a few guitars so far that cover that spectrum of burst that I was talking about. We have to complete in a more classic way. So we've done a Fender, we've done a few more boutique-y brands, but the other king of the burst, of course, is Gibson. I don't want to be stereotypical here and go for like a late 50s Les Paul standard burst, because those you've seen a bunch of. And as beautiful as they are, and there's a great range in this room alone, as well as in the warehouse, I know, I want to find something a little bit different. Like there's some really cool, these are kind of more late 60s customs here. Some very cool things indeed. This one's pretty nice, this Argentine grey. I think that qualifies as a very nice burst. I've never seen that kind of finish on a Les Paul before. 1968 Les Paul Custom, Argentine grey. I think that could be our finalist. So we've got Gibson, we've got Fender, we've got Novo, we've got PRS, and we've got something else. What else did we pick? So we've got Gibson, we've got Fender, we've got Suhr, we've got Novo, and we've got PRS. I'm pretty happy with that. Let's get these guitars down in the studio, plug them in so you can hear them. Let's go. Alright folks, welcome back to the studio, and I have with me the arsenal of guitars that I pulled down from upstairs. As I mentioned, I wanted to pick out 5 examples of burst finished guitars in as wide an array as possible to try and show you the full range of what you can get with burst finishes. I think I did all right, actually. These 5 look mighty fine together in the rack here. So I'm going to pull each one out in turn and quickly talk a little bit about each one. We'll do it in the order in which I selected them upstairs. So start with guitar number 1, which is the PRS. So I picked this modern Eagle 5 purely for the finish, but it happened to transpire that the model, the modern Eagle 5, I haven't played for some time, but I was reminded in playing it today that this is definitely one of the most versatile models PRS have in an already extremely versatile catalogue of models. But this guitar with its 5-way switch, central, very minuscule single coil pickup in the middle, and these narrow filled humbucking pickups, it gives a totally different sonic character to any other PRS. This is an extremely versatile guitar, very comfortable to play, and the thing I like specifically about these is that the single coil-esque sounds that you can get by using the taps, like particularly on the neck pickup, it really sounds like a single coil neck pickup. So you'll be the judge of the tones that you hear, but I was quite pleased indeed to be reunited with the modern Eagle 5 in this video, and I hope that you'll agree it sounds as good as it looks. Right, so guitar number 2, I think we hit the Fender room, and I found this, which is a fine looking piece, isn't it? This is a 62 Masterbuilt by Levi Perry Stratocaster in 3-tone Sunburst. This is specifically called a chocolate 3-tone, and I mentioned that the edges are kind of browned out rather than blacked out, as a lot of Sunburst Strats can be. It just caught my eye for that reason alone, and obviously the details of Masterbuilt guitars are exemplary. They're second to none. Like the fading on the pickguard, the way the relicing has been done. Again, as always, relicing may or may not be for you, but if you are a fan, it's hard to dispute that this is among the best in the business, this kind of thing. The way the neck feels as well, it's been perfectly worn in for the bulk of the material that you're gonna play on the back of the neck. So it feels very, very comfortable. And tonally, these guitars have an extra little depth to them, I find. So you can play them very delicately or very aggressively, and there's always this extra kind of three-dimensionality that comes to the tone, as you often find with vintage instruments, and it is very nuanced, it's very particular. You may or may not notice or appreciate this kind of thing, but to me, as a guitar player, whenever I play a Masterbuilt guitar, and this is a great example of one, it brings a little something extra out of my guitar playing, and I think this is a fantastic example of exactly that. And it's worth mentioning, it would be remiss of me if I did not, that Fender Custom Shop and indeed Gibson guitars are currently available for interest-free finance for UK customers right now. So if you're interested in anything from the Fender Custom Shop range or Gibson Custom Shop, check out the website and find all the details there. And indeed, the details on this guitar are quite special, so I implore you to check out the website to find out more. about this 62 Strat. Number 3, I think we went over to the Suhr wall, and I was quite pleased to see something a little bit different, because I'm a big fan of Suhr guitars and play a lot of their standard line instruments, but this is a great example of something that's been spec'd by John. So we have here a custom standard with hand-picked finish and hand-picked top, really nice black burst. I love all Suhr guitars with dual humbucking pickups and a tremolo. The 5-way position switch operates almost identically, I think, to the Suhr Alt-T, which is one of my favourite guitars in the Suhr lineup, which basically means you get neck in full humbucking, neck in split, both pickups together in series, both pickups together split, bridge humbucker by itself, and then via this push-pull tone control, you get the bridge in parallel as well. So it's kind of the best of every possible pickup configuration, in my opinion, that Suhr has to offer, all wrapped up in a guitar that looks excellent. Penultimate guitar was this Novo. Now Novo is a guitar brand that I'm still getting to know, but everyone that I play has something quite unique to it, and I was quite taken with this one, specifically for the finish, of course. I think this is a really great example of a beautiful Relic. Again, may or may not be your thing, but I really like it, and the way they kind of leave the wood feeling almost unfinished is quite unique. It's a very large-bodied guitar, so it's quite a unique feeling thing when you have it in hand. But it all just comes together very well, and then coupled with the choice of pickups, P90 in the neck and a telly style single coil in the bridge with brass saddles, it's got a very unique sonic identity. I think the bigger body lends itself quite a bit of weight to the tone, coupled with the bright snappiness of the pickups. So it's kind of a unique take on a formula that we all know and love, but in the spirit of the burst thing, I think it's one of the finest that we currently have in store. It's worth checking out the full range of Novo guitars that we currently have, but aesthetically and sonically, this is a peach. Last but certainly not least was this. So I wanted to pick something from Gibson that wasn't the typical late 50s Sunburst. This is in fact a 68 Les Paul Custom. I love a Les Paul Custom anyway, but this one in particular, this Argentine grey. I've seen this on a couple of guitars recently from the custom shop. All the guitars I've seen from Gibson Custom with this finish look fantastic. They really look the part. Gold hardware, A Les Paul Custom is always a real classy looking thing, but this one I think is just a little bit different, and it sounds phenomenal. I put this in E flat and straight away I was taken to those kind of classic 70s rock tones. So it definitely sounds like you want a good Les Paul Custom to sound. They have a really unique snap thanks to the ebony fingerboard and these particular humbucking pickups in the guitar. Again, all the spec will be found on the website, but in my estimation, this has something a little different to a Les Paul standard. It has more attack, more brightness, a little bit more zing, and I always have a good time whenever I play a Les Paul Custom, especially one that looks as good as this one. There we are, folks, 5 fantastic burst finished guitars. Now, this was a little bit of an interesting theme, but what I like to do with these videos now, because there's so much in stock, is just try and bottle it down a little bit, try and limit what I'm looking for, because I could just go on all day trawling around the store and picking out different instruments to show you. But I'd be very curious to know what you would like to see next for the next Around the Showroom. I'm personally thinking maybe we bring the budget down a little bit and show some more affordable guitars from our saloon, but I'm very curious to know your thoughts, so drop a comment down below, not only with your favourite of these 5 fine guitars that I picked out today, but let us know what you would like to see for the next edition of Around the Showroom. If you want to find out any more information about any of these guitars or anything else that we stock, you can of course do so by clicking the links in the description below. You'll find out everything you want to know on the website. But I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I hope you've enjoyed the tones, which, by the way, were all courtesy of the Bad Cat Hot Cat 50 Mod Shop Edition amplifier. It sounded fantastic for everything I needed it to do. I'm very, very pleased with the tones we got. If you've enjoyed it, leave a like, leave a comment, hit subscribe so you don't miss any content from us in the future. And until next time, take very good care of yourselves. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.